For many of us, the daily demands of school, work, and life in general rarely includes a moment to ourselves. But have you ever stopped to think how your life would change if you or a loved one were diagnosed with a serious illness like cancer?
From then, my life went up, down, up, down, up, because I didn't believe it.
I lost hope. I saw my end. In fact, you will know that I'm the one that will carry Bible to preach to people. I forgot God.
I know I was sick. So when I find out that I have cancer, right at the Universal in Belize City, I cried.
The statistics on how many people in Belize have cancer is unknown. The World Health Organization estimates that in middle and low income countries like Belize, approximately 100 people in every 100,000 are diagnosed with cancer every year. That means, given our population, Belize should be recording about 400 new cases of cancer every year. But in Belize, only the public healthcare system reports cancer cases. And even then, they identify less than 50 new cases a year. Why the underreporting? The reasons might surprise you.
People look at you like you are nothing. And not at the hurtful part, because the people will think on the other side, that the people will turn their back for you.
Just because you have cancer?
Yeah, people look at cancer like you have AIDS. And it hurt because then you get teased. My kids get teased all the time.
And for the classic signs of breast cancer, we can observe one spot like have so much speculation around that generally when we observe these signs, generally require assistance as soon as is possible.
According to gynecologist and Cancer Society president Dr. Alba Sosa, the sting of stigma and discrimination, as well as the myths about the disease, have stopped Belizeans from getting screened for cancer.
For cervix, I afraid because believe that pap smear is synonymous that catch cancer, and I don't want to know if I have cancer. In breast, the more frequently situation is I no want show my chuchu to the doctor because most of the doctors are male.
It's personal even for healthcare providers. I think that we are not very comfortable managing cancer, talking about cancer, counseling about cancer.
Beyond the cultural, I don't want to find out if I get sick. Do you find anybody, or have you come across anybody that shy away from cancer because they don't want any of the side effects?
This is a big and a strong issue. And that is the reason that we lose so many people. This is in Belize. Because, say, I don't want that cut my breast. And part of the treatment in breast is receive surgical procedure, small or big, but require surgical procedure for the control of the disease. I don't want that lose my hair. I don't want lose bones. But one of the things that we don't realize sometimes is what will happen with the children that waiting for us every day. What will happen for this person that love to us and wait see us every day? What will happen with the person that work with us and we are important part of this group?
Those were the questions Belize City resident Debbie Alvarado faced in 1997. The mother of 9 was in complete denial, even when her body was telling her something was very wrong.
Where I have small breasts, I usually go sleep with my bra. Every morning when I wake up, there's blood in it. So I didn't notice. The other night again, I went to sleep. Woke up again, there's blood in it. And I said, the fly really like my breasts. Go back to sleep, wake up, still the same thing, and I want to know every night. And I decide, okay, it's a male fly. Because only a male fly would like a woman's breast. That's how I found out. The blood spot and everything. And when my husband was at home at the time, Miss Julia Severance was talking about it. And the same symptoms that I had, she had it too. And that's when my husband said, you have breast cancer. And I said, no way. Too young, I was only 28.
There was no money in the Alvarado home to treat Debbie's breast cancer. But with the support of friends, family, and the late Juliet Soberanis, the founder of the Belize Cancer Society, Debbie got the help she needed. In June 2009, she will attend graduation ceremonies for 3 of her sons, and everyone will know she lived to see the day.
I want to make noise. Because I said, you know, I know I'm going to cry and everything will make me proud that I did something that many men never get do. Because when I look at society today, many mothers give up on their children. I did. Even with cancer, I fight. Even when doctor told me I have cancer, I still have to get up and work. Good morning, Miss Asha. How are you?
Today, Debbie works at the Cancer Society's office on Mercy Lane, sharing her story with anyone who will listen.
Some people choose not to be educated, just like AIDS. They're ignorant about the fact. Some of them would say, okay, God is punishing me for something. That's what they used to tell me. God is punishing me for something I did in my life. That I even start blaming myself. It was something that I did. And I keep questioning God and ask God, what did I ever do? On it now till I realize, no, I didn't do anything. God chose me for a special reason. And I was glad he chose me. I realized not by a special friend that God picked me. He chose Deborah Amela Barado for a reason. That I can be an example to many women who will willingly to listen.
For patients like Pauline Albert Shineri, Debbie's determination to fight and beat cancer has been a source of strength and hope.
You are not the first person and you can't be the last. And if these people, somebody like those people I read in the paper and Debbie and people I'm seeing, they fought the battle and they won it. Myself, I made up my mind and with Christ on my side. Because Bible says with God all things are possible.
Pauline moved to Belize in early 2008 as part of a medical mission from Nigeria. But 6 months after she took up her nursing duties at the maternity ward of the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital, Pauline was diagnosed with breast cancer.
The standard practice was for individuals given a diagnosis of cancer to also be given some directions from the surgeon to say you need to go and seek care outside. And outside really would be 3 places: Mexico, Guatemala, or if you have the resources to do so, the United States. Most individuals did not have the resource to do either of the 3 of them.
But in October 2008, 2 Belizean cousins living in the United States, Delone Pascasio, a hospital administrator, and oncologist Dr. Ellsworth Grant, pooled their resources and, with the support of the Ministry of Health, officially opened the Belize Cancer Center.
Good morning, Belize Cancer Center Dangrika. How may I help?
Our goal overall is to not quit where we are and rest, but we have a lot more to do to bring services to Belize, and I think next on our agenda is really trying to get a radiation machine as well as to allow us to to comprehensively treat patients so that they no longer have to go abroad for treatment.
In between his trips to Belize, Grant talks to his patients via the internet. Dr. Grant, financially, you've invested so much in this center. Why were you personally motivated to do this?
I know we can't help everybody, but at present we're not able to help as many people as I believe we should, and there's still people who will succumb to curable diseases for one reason or the other, because we just don't have everything to do it in Belize. And healthcare really should be a right, and I can't rest until we have that happen.
When Dr. Grant is not in Belize, hands-on care is provided by chemotherapy nurse Sister Carolyn Obi.
Every time I need to educate them and give them health education about the disease process, and slowly they get to accept the condition.
8 months into its operation, more than 100 patients from across Belize and even as far away as Guatemala and Honduras have been able to access the life-saving treatment sessions at the Cancer Center.
I've been surviving due to this place because the treatment is here. And if you don't even have money, these people tend to you.
Every month, 53-year-old Georgeville resident Janet Jones wakes up at 4:30 in the morning and travels for 2 hours by bus to get chemo.
You cannot say, I will just lie and die. No, there's help now because I can see, because I feel very, very good in my body.
We are promoting the whole issue of cancer as a family, as a community issue, as hope, and even when, you know that it's a terminal illness, quality of life and comfort.
As education officer for the Belize Cancer Society, Nurse Laura Longsworth is responsible for promoting the Cancer Society's awareness, education, and screening initiatives. But the Society insists that attitudes about cancer will only change when policymakers and community leaders start fighting the disease together.
The ministry can't do it on its own. Private sector cannot do it on their own. And the Belize Cancer Society cannot do it on their own. We've got to strategically work together to ensure that at the end of the day, we have a cancer prevention and control program. It is unethical to perhaps push to have people screened, and then you don't have the services to offer them.
When you look at the big picture, it's not only that one individual who's affected, but at times it's the entire family. And so we really need to just all pitch in, even if it's just a little bit. It might not seem like anything much, but at the end of the day, it all adds up. Just don't be afraid to help the people around you.
The World Health Organization estimates that as much as 40% of all cancer deaths can be prevented simply by doing things like wearing sunscreen, going to get a regular medical checkup, eating properly, not smoking. But even if you are diagnosed with cancer, as Debbie Alvarado highlights, it doesn't have to be a death sentence.
I fight and I survive. And if I survive it, any woman can. Just don't give up. Some women die because they choose to. They give up. You don't have to give up. No matter what doctor said, you have 3 months to live, 4 months to live, or a year to live. Doctor cannot tell you how long you have to live. Only you and God. You make that choice for yourself. Don't ever give up. Fight harder.
Even without the hard data, it's clear that at some point cancer will touch all our lives. For me, it was losing my grandfather in 1997 to prostate cancer, and then my uncle in 2005 to throat cancer. For many of us, supporting the Belize Cancer Society has meant participating in events like the annual Cancer Walk. But this year, I wanted to do something different, and Debbie has agreed to help. I'm sending this to a cancer support group where it will be turned into a human hair wig, a wig that will hopefully make someone's battle with cancer a little less stressful. For more information on the ways you can help support local efforts, please contact the Belize Cancer Society at 223-0922 or the Belize Cancer Center in Dangriga at 522-3951. Reporting for 7 News, I am Janelle Chanona.